Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. Today I want to go through some more of my holy grail skincare products. I am running out of products to feature in this series because I do only have, over like the 5 years of reviewing products, I do only have like a select amount that I can really do. But let's get straight into it. I'm going to start off with a sponsor, but before I get into the sponsor, if you watch my videos, you know I love this brand. I talk about this brand all the time. I talk about them on my podcast all the time, and that is Hello Sunday. This is an SPF brand, basically like a sunscreen brand that offer everything from SPF eye creams, lip balms, hand creams, literally every kind of SPF you can really think of. I featured some of my favorite products of theirs before, the one that's a serum, the under eye cream one, and they've even got this new SPF 50, the Illuminating one, which is like a glow primer, PA4 pluses, UVAB plus UVA. Listen, I don't wear primers, but this really gives you a nice dewy glow on the skin. They call it a cushiony soft primer, and it does feel like that, lighter than a moisturizer, so it's nice to layer under things. Plus it's got vitamin C in there, nice antioxidant that we love to pair with sunscreens, and hyaluronic acid, so you're getting that kind of like hydration as well. But the one I use the most is the one that's a serum. And this is an SPF 50 PA4 pluses, UVA and UVB protection. Again, a product you'll be super familiar with if you watch my sunscreen videos especially, but it's new and improved. They've even updated the pipette, and I find it super easy to get a really good amount of sunscreen with one squeeze. So I'll use about 2 to 3 pipettes worth of sunscreen for my face and neck. What I initially loved about this product is it's super lightweight, it's non-greasy. Again, we're going to be applying this throughout the day if you're outside every 2 hours. So I love a sunscreen that just feels weightless on my skin. The new and improved one feels even lighter. I can use a really lightweight moisturizer if I want to with it and still layer it up without feeling bogged down, oily and greasy, but not that I have to, because this kind of feels more like a moisturizer than it does a sunscreen, like a super lightweight gel type moisturizer. We also have vitamin C in here, again, a great antioxidant to help fight free radical damage alongside your sunscreen protection. Hyaluronic acid for hydration as well as improving barrier function. Glycerin for hydration, panthenol and allantoin again for that soothing factor, which I love in my sunscreen, especially as someone with rosacea. I need that to kind of cool down and calm my skin. Aloe leaf juice powder, which is a new one for me, but that basically just keeps all the good benefits of the aloe without the water content. So it's soothing and moisturizing, and for me, I know I can count on this one no matter kind of like the state that my skin is in. And great for all skin tones and colors. Again, this is one of my go-to holy grail sunscreens because here in the UK especially, it's just everywhere. You get it in Boots. Like, if you can't get it in Boots, it's not worth having because Boots are everywhere. So you just pick it up and go. Space NK as well. Honestly, it's just available everywhere. And thank you to Hello Sunday for sponsoring this segment of today's video. All the products will be in the description box down below. I have a real love-hate relationship with this one. This is the ROCHE-POSAY Cicaplast B5 Serum. Cicaplast, I was late to the game, but I'm in love with their products, absolutely in love with the ROCHE-POSAY Cicaplast line in general. Their hand cream, their balm, I believe they have a slightly lighter moisturizer, and this serum, all great for your skin barrier. Again, the packaging pisses me off every time I use it. It's messy, it's dirty, you waste a lot of product. Look, it's all like, look at, like, what the fuck is that? It's just a nuisance to use, but I love the results so much and how it soothes and calms and hydrates my skin, reduces that redness on my skin, any irritation, soothed. Vitamin B5, I think it's panthenol again. Yeah, vitamin B5 in here. Amazing, amazing. I'm able to look past the packaging purely because of how much my skin loves this, and I wish they would put this in the pump or do one of those like how do I explain it, like the serum bits where it kind of scrapes the pipette as it goes back in, because it's just a fucking mess. It's a mess. But I kind of love the serum more than the moisturizers. Well, I feel like they all do different things obviously, but the serum for me is kind of like an everyday use thing. I can use morning and evening, fits in perfectly with my routine. It's super lightweight on my oily areas, and it feels like almost like a vitamin tablet for my skin that I should do every single day, that I should use every single day. The balms, like the heavy heavier products feel like something I use when my skin is super kind of impaired, when I do feel like I need that little bit more of a push, a little bit more of a healing. And definitely not a product I could use as the weather gets warmer, because it is quite thick, almost suffocating when the weather's warmer, quite comforting when it's cold. But the Cicaplast just feels more of like a grab and use every single day in every situation kind of product, and I absolutely love it. I do wish it was just neater to use. So you know I love the Undefined sunscreen, one of the only tinted mineral sunscreens that I absolutely love. Works seamlessly on my skin as well, but one product that I'm going through like water is their R&R Mineral Mist. And this is a brand new one, because when they contacted me and asked if I wanted any more skincare, I shamelessly asked for more of these because I love them so much. This is such a nice, this is everything I want in like a toner mist. It's soothing, it's hydrating, it pumps out somewhere in between a mist and a really aggressive spray, like just enough to make you feel instantly doused in hydration without having to like, you know, kind of like get rid of any drips, but also not too light that you're like, you know, where did that go? It gives you a really nice dose of hydration, keeps your skin slightly damp, prepping your skin for your next steps, and I absolutely love it. So in here we have their key ingredients are magnesium, sea kelp, and niacinamide. Sea kelp is really soothing. Niacinamide, we all know what niacinamide does. Everything basically. We also have kakadu plum in here, a nice source of vitamin C. Tremella mushroom for hydration. Every year I feel like I say we're going to see more mushroom and we never do, but I think this might be the year. Aloe leaf juice as well, one of my favorite hydrating, moisturizing, soothing ingredients. You know, if I'm not using any active as well, more so in a morning routine, I spray this in between each step if I want to look extra dewy. You definitely don't need to do that, but I love using toners and mists for a dewier, more hydrated appearance, as well as just giving my dose that as well as just giving my skin that dose of hydration. This is one of those like toners for me that kind of verges on the side of essence. It's a liquid serum, and that's kind of where toners and essences or serums are all kind of going. So for me in the morning, it's kind of like a pickup spray. I can go straight to my moisturizer or sunscreen without having to think like, oh, do I need to use a serum? Do I need to use an active? You know, as much as I do love like intricate routines in the evening, in the morning, I just want to go. And products like that really kind of like help me not feel bad about doing a minimal routine. You shouldn't ever feel bad about doing a minimal routine, but you know, sometimes I'm like, oh, am I doing enough for my skin? All in one. I'm not sure if I featured this before in a Holy Grail. I know I featured it before in videos in general, like favorites, but this is Rosen's Breakout. If I've mentioned it already too much, then that's great, because then you understand why this is a Holy Grail. The ingredients are super simple. We have zinc oxide, water, apple cider vinegar, arbicide, peppermint oil. Okay, so when I first heard this, I was like, apple cider vinegar, peppermint oil, not really for me, not for my skin. And it really is just like the simple white paste. And then when I finally got round to using it, I had a big spot, very red, very angry looking. And I was like, you know what? I've got nothing else to lose. I'm just going to use this. The next day, gone. And I always have to say this with this product. I do not exaggerate claims. I never believe something works overnight. I actually think it's impossible. You have to give products time. Sorry, my hay fever, my allergies are so bad. But this flattened my spot. It took away the redness. It took away the whitehead. I still had a little bit of something, but you wouldn't have noticed it. You would not have noticed it once I put, you know, like my moisturizer and a bit of tinted sunscreen on. Like pretty much gone. If I have a spot now, I do not care. If I get a spot before a big event or before somewhere my picture's being taken, before I go and see people, I do not care, because I know this is going to sort it right out. No problem. I lent this to my brother and he literally stole it from me because he loved it so much. I noticed it was gone, but he took it from me because he loved it literally overnight. He says the same thing, overnight gone. I've had people in my DMs who have finally bought this saying, yes, overnight my spot has gone. It's just so simple, but so good, to the point I don't care what's in it. Whatever it does, it's working for me and I absolutely love it. I believe there's one retailer in the UK and I forgot who it was. I get this through a shipping service called Ship It To. It gets a little bit expensive, but that's how I get all my American products when they're not gifted to me. But Robert actually went to America and bought some of these back. So hard to get a hold of. Maybe get a friend, buy some stuff from America, split the shipping and include this in your purchases if you are in the UK. Europe, I absolutely love this. I will forever buy it. Now, I don't know if I'm saying this brand right. UADA? Ignore the packaging. It looks like crap because of me. I take this cleanser everywhere with me. It sits in my shower. It goes in my travel bag. Look, it's nearly all gone. This is the UADA Hyaluronic Hydrogel Cleanser. I bought this along with a serum and a fragrance, I believe it was. I mentioned the serum before, that for me it kind of feels like a hyaluronic acid serum made by somebody who actually cares about what your serum feels like on your skin. Because hydrating serums tend to be quite tacky sometimes, but their serum is just so like, it feels light. It feels like the Glow Recipe one. You know, like very, very light on the skin, but also leaves like a hydrated film and leaves you looking plump. So they say that this is a foaming gel cleanser. Effectively removes makeup, debris, and excess oils without causing irritation to even the most sensitive skin types. So we have collagen, hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, rosehip, and borage oil? I don't know what that is. Aloe as well in here. Glycerin. Now, here's why I love it, because I mentioned before, oily, a little bit dry, combination-y. So as the weather gets warmer, or as I get warmer, because I was using this while the weather was a little bit cooler, the more oily I get, this feels like... How do I explain this without making the product sound crap? This really effectively gets rid of my oily skin, you know, the excess oils, sweat, horrible day stuff. Oh, how do I say this? It feels like what a stripping cleanser would leave you with as far as removing oils without the stripping your skin part. I will use this and everything feels gone. Everything feels gone. My face feels like, untouched. It feels like I haven't had anything on during the day. It feels like I've just woken up with a fresh face, but it really, really effectively gets rid of everything. Some gentle cleansers are lovely, so gentle, but after, sometimes I can be a little like, maybe that wasn't enough, especially as the weather gets warmer, or if I've got like, I've woken up with like a mask on and I need to get rid of the oiliness residue of that. This does such a good job at stripping all that away, but not stripping out my skin. It's really hard to explain. Like when I first used it, I was like, oh, this might be a bit too much for my skin. It might be a little bit too stripping, despite them saying it's not stripping. Well, they say it's not stripping because it's not stripping, you know? Like once I washed it off, I was like, oh, you know what, actually, my skin feels absolutely fine. This one is £29.60 for 4 ounces, which yes, is a bit pricier for a cleanser. But what I will say is, while this has been sitting in my shower, I've gone through 2 other cleansers, cheaper cleansers. This goes such a long way, such a long way. You do the tiniest bit, spreads so well and foams up really easily. Some of the other cleansers I've had, you need to use a lot to make it feel like you've had a good cleanse. We don't have to, it's just like the feeling of it, you know? And I've gone through 2 of those, whereas this one that's gonna last me another good month. That's going to last me a long time. So yeah, there's something about this cleanser, and I hate saying it, but it feels like it's going to be a stripping cleanser, but it's not, but does such a good job at stripping everything away without stripping your skin. You know? It's really good. I just want to reiterate that. Okay, finally, I want to end on a fragrance. This is Gucci. This is Gucci Flora. I'll start by saying I don't do his and hers fragrances. I'm just like, just use whatever, you know, you want. But I think his and hers, you know, they kind of fall into very stereotypical scent categories. So you kind of know what you're going for. I do not like floral scents at all. I hate floral fragrances. But when I smelt this, my partner actually got me this for Christmas because I asked for it. But when I smelt this, I was like, this is sweet. This isn't floral. It's very, very sweet. We're not talking Britney sweet. We're not talking like burnt cotton candy. We're talking like fresh sweetness. I'm terrible at talking about fragrance. So bad. I first was interested in it because the advert with Miley Cyrus in kind of had like a Sailor Moon kind of vibe to it at one point, you know, like holding the thing and thing. I was like, you know what? They've attracted me there. I want to smell that. So they say the key ingredients are pear blossom accord, white gardenia, nature print. What is a nature print? Gardenia Flom Jasmine. Listen, no one knows what they fucking smell like. No one knows what they are. The description explains it more. Inspired by its mystical power, Gucci blends the gorgeous gardenia with other solar and cheerful flowers that will make you burst with joy and spread it around. Delicious, gorgeous, joyful. It's a very uplifting, joyful, sweet fragrance that smells mature at the same time. Again, very summery with the warmer weather coming up. I'm wearing this all the time, even if I'm not going out anywhere, because, you know, why not? Why not make every day a special day? So yeah, I feel like this is kind of like my go-to summer fragrance, or like being outside fragrance. blend in with the flowers. So there we have it. Those are more of my holy grail skincare products. This is going to be the last one for a while because I you know, that's kind of it for now. Maybe for like another year until like I really test, you know, more stuff and come to terms. You know, I do have some old ones actually that I don't use anymore, but I would still recommend. So I might do that, like a vintage version. Thank you again to Hello Sunday for sponsoring their segment of today's video. You can find the product links all in the description box down below. Check out some more product reviews here and some light entertainment here, and I'll see you over there.